I plead the first, American dream. I plead the first, white shirt, blue jeans. I plead the first, American dream. I plead the first, white shirt, blue jeans. I plead the first, American dream.
All right, guys, it's Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Welcome back. Hope you had a great work day today to get your week started. I'm going to take a quick hot second to say happy birthday, Beaver Bob. We went out on Saturday to celebrate his birthday, and it was a great time. I hope everybody had as good a time as we did this weekend. We're going to start it off talking about the Gina Carano stuff. Just a quick update. What's going on with her? Disney execs reportedly shocked by Disney Plus cancellations. So first and foremost, Christina, you were right and I was wrong. I said on Friday's episode that I didn't think these boycotts had a lot of impact on companies anymore, but clearly I was wrong. Disney has at least heard the message. What they do about it from here is questionable, to say the least. I doubt they will do anything. They may pay lip service, but they're at least shaking in their boots a little bit and kind of on the run. This article is out there. It's on piratesandprincesses.net, which if you don't know about it, I don't frequent the site, but it's a Disney community site, and they have hundreds of thousands of people that come to this website. This will probably be one of the first articles that pops up if you Google Disney Plus cancellations. So one of the execs over at Disney that's in charge of Star Wars is Kathleen Kennedy. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know her name and probably despise her name. She was the heir apparent to George Lucas. George Lucas made her promise to take care of his intellectual property and make sure that Star Wars kept moving in a good direction, and the sequel trilogies became a great product and lived up to his vision. And she didn't follow through on that promise. In fact, she never cared to. She made that pretty clear. She kind of stabbed George Lucas in the back. She said lots of dirty, nasty things about Star Wars fans. She made fun of Star Wars fans. She said there was no source material for the sequel trilogy, which was not true. They had hundreds of books and comic books that they could have at least got inspiration from to make sure that, and those books were all approved by George Lucas, so he knew certainly what was in those books. You could have at least kind of gained that essence of what maybe George might have done. And George wrote a script for the last 3 movies. You could have just polished that up, but they didn't do any of that. They went on a social justice warrior campaign for 3 movies, and it sucked. So more to follow on the Gina Carano story. I don't want to beat everybody up with Star Wars nerd stuff for too long. Everybody knows that the Trump trial is over. They failed to impeach, and he was acquitted. But that's not what this particular article is. It's not what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about CNN and their lack of journalistic integrity and why they have no viewers and nobody cares what they say. And it's articles like this. The end of Trump's trial lifts an oppressive cloud from Washington. Can anybody tell me where the news is in here? This is all 100% emotion. And this is supposed to be an analyst. This says analysis by Stephen Collinson, which tells me that I should be getting an analyst perspective, which should be unbiased. Think about it this way. When you turn on a sports game, when you turn on a football game, for instance, you don't want the analyst to be biased. You want him to break down in a clinical way why one team is having success and the other is not. You want him to say, hey, look, they're running this offense and this pass scheme against this coverage with this protection, and that's why they're successful. Or this guy is physically beating this guy, or this guy physically has better gifts, or this guy is fundamentally better at the game. You don't want to hear, oh, it was like a breath of fresh air when The Buccaneers beat the Chiefs. A cloud lifted over the country because the Chiefs were evil. That's what this is. And you don't want a cheerleader on a news network. And if you do have a cheerleader, there's an opinion section. And this kind of stuff should be in the opinion section, and it should say opinion piece up here. But they have no journalistic integrity. They're crap. So just wanted to point that out. Not that anybody that listens to my show didn't already know that. But CNN is garbage. That's why they have no views. That's why they have nobody following them. And it's their lack of integrity. So enough of that. Another sad one right here, guys. Found Vincent Jackson passed away today, or well, at least he was discovered today. Age 38, found dead in his home in Florida. There was no trauma, so we believe that it was not an act of violence at this point in time. They don't know the cause of death for sure. They're going to have that out, probably released fairly soon. But Vincent Jackson gone too soon. 6'5", 230 pounds, could run. He ran something like a 4.5 40. I mean, he wasn't blazing fast, but I think he was quite a bit faster on the field than 4.5, in my opinion. And I remember watching Vincent Jackson, one of the best guys, big guys, to ever run a post corner route, in my opinion. And just gone too soon, man. Of course, I never liked watching him against the Chiefs because he definitely did damage against us. But I like watching him from afar. He was a player I enjoyed watching. He was a player I always kind of wish the Chiefs had when he was playing. We didn't have a lot of good receivers when he was around. Dwayne Bowe was our main guy at the time, and he was solid, but I don't think it was Vincent Jackson good. Vincent Jackson was pretty good, man. But gone too soon, just about a year older than me, and that's just, some of you guys aren't in touch with your mortality and don't understand that life is very short and tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So make sure you say I love you to your loved ones every time. Look at him beat that guy right off the line. Beat him like a drum, man. Beat the brakes off that dude. Oh yeah, that was a nice slant go. Slant go, also known as the sluggo for some of you guys that just don't know. Got a little sluggo out there. So there's a bunch of videos up here today kind of remembering his time as a player, but certainly I've always heard that Vincent Jackson was a good man. I don't know that for sure, but I never heard anything bad about him, and that speaks to probably that he's taking care of business. And man, let's just, for a few seconds, watch Vincent Jackson play some football. He's a big, powerful guy. I mean, these corners had trouble taking him down. You run past guys like that. I mean, look. How'd he get back there? He's not the fastest guy out there. Look at him. This D-back struggling to take down the big man. Great catch on the sideline. Vincent Jackson. Fun to watch, guys. Gone too soon. So thoughts and prayers to his family and loved ones. All right. Let me get this volume to stop on that. All right, there we go. Cancel Jim Jordan is trending today on Twitter. It's like number 3 on Twitter. I'm not going to go. I could go for quite a while on this. I'm going to say a few things. Jim Jordan is relatively controversial because there are accusations out there that while he was a wrestling coach at the Ohio State University, he knew about sexual assaults going on by the team doctor and failed to do anything about it. So let's be clear. If he did know about that and didn't do anything about it, that's 100% wrong. There's nothing to be said, nothing else to be said. He denies that he knowed. He didn't know nothing about that, y'all. He denies that he knew anything about that. So until we get proof that he knew, I am hesitant to to rally against him. But with my lead into this, you might think that Cancel Jim Jordan is about his problems at Ohio State or the controversy at Ohio State. It's not. Cancel Jim Jordan is trending today because Jim Jordan came out recently and said, cancel culture is the number one problem in the United States today. That's it. That's why they're trying to cancel Jim Jordan. Let's look at it from their perspective. Their point is that we got a lot of other things going on in the country today, to include coronavirus and the economic impact of the coronavirus, which, if that argument is made in a different way, has merit. But let's be realistic. I'm fairly sure when Jim Jordan said that, he was saying that in a hyperbolic way, just like any of us that have said, you know what your problem is, or you know what my biggest problem today is, or you know what the problem with today's generation is. We all say these kind of things, right? And they're hyperbole. They're not to be taken literally. I have a hard time believing that Jim Jordan thinks the number one problem in the world today is cancel culture, or in our country today is cancel culture. We have a lot of problems. I think what he probably meant is socially, it's a really big problem, and that's true. So for my older folks that have never been on Twitter, this is what Twitter looks like, and it's just full of garbage. People post and say whatever the heck they want, and in some ways that's beautiful, but in other ways it's not beautiful, because if you're not, you have a real hard time if you're a conservative on Twitter. I'll put it that way. If you're a leftist, you can say whatever the hell you want on Twitter. I've literally seen people on the left call for violent action against people that oppose their political views on Twitter. Now, if someone on the right did that, it would be all over the news in an instant, but it happens daily on Twitter, and nothing is ever done about it. Twitter is a cesspool. I have a Twitter account. I mostly use it for NFL news because I like to track where free agents are going and who's getting drafted where and stuff like that. But I just thought I'd look at what's trending today and kind of show you guys this is the epicenter of cancel culture, folks. Twitter is where all this stuff starts. And today they're trying to cancel Jim Jordan. And some of them rightfully are saying, hey, let's go cancel Jim Jordan at the ballot box, which I don't like the verbiage of that, but the idea is right. If you want to get rid of Jim Jordan, go vote against him. That's the way we do things in this country. But let's not get it twisted. Most of these people just want him to go away. They want him to deplatform Jim Jordan. They want to remove him from office and all this other nonsense. And that's what's out there today, guys. That's what's going on. So want to keep the episode under 15 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Real quick, two things. I got the Facebook page up, so go like that, share that with your friends. And I keep track of things on here. I share things on here, episodes. And that's right, look at here. We got a Teespring store as well. So let's look at that real quick. Teespring store, we have lots of merch here, lots of swag for you guys. And real quick, you got t-shirts, hoodies. Ladies, let's talk about these leggings. I designed these leggings, and I want nothing more but to see a bunch of women wearing these leggings, because God bless leggings, and God bless the man that invented them. And yes, it was a man. These are cool, man. They say cancel this on the back, God bless America down the leg, and they got our logo on the leg there. These are selling cheap just because I want to see ladies wearing leggings that I designed. So the price on these, I'm not making hardly any profit on these. They're $30. So go out and get you a sweet pair of leggings. Let me know you did it. And we appreciate your support. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you, guys.
I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go.